Alright, yeah, welcome back to another Magic Arena video, and today is a very special occasion because I got access to the M21 Streamer Early Access event, and while I may not have been streaming, I have recorded a fair bit, and today we're going to be starting off with a Dragon Mirror March deck, going with some good old jank. So, for those who don't know, Mirror March is a 6-mana enchantment that you don't really get to play in the casual queues because no one will let you. You will die before you get it out there, but in the streamer event, it tends to be a little bit slower, a little bit more fair, a little bit more fun. So, I always like to do a Mirror March deck whenever we do the streamer events, and this one is going to be the pick for today. 6 mana for an enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, flip a coin until you lose a flip. For each flip you won, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Those tokens gain haste, and then you exile them at the beginning of the next end step. So basically, play a creature, flip a coin, if you win, make a copy. So, we've done this a fair few times, but we haven't until this very moment had the ultimate Mirror March target, and that's going to be Terror of the Peaks. 5 mana, flying, 5/4. Spells your opponents cast that target Terror of the Peaks cost an additional 3 life to cast, but that's not all. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, including copies of itself, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. So, when Terror enters, nothing happens. When Terror enters with a Mirror March, we make 1,000,000 tokens because we always win the flip and we're not that unlucky. So we're going to make some flips. Whenever we win, we make a token of Terror of the Peaks, which triggers itself. So that's 5 damage. If we make another token, then we get some additional tokens, additional triggers, sorry, each one of those making tokens for every other creature that's just entered. And we just chain reaction off of that. I believe we only need to make about 3 of the Terror of the Peaks, or 2 extras, for it to be lethal, essentially. 20 points of damage. So we really don't have to ask for too much from Mirror March, right? We just have to win the flip. We also have Elder Gargaroth as well, which is a pretty sweet card that has a very good attack trigger. 5 mana for a 6/6 with Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. When Elder Gargaroth attacks or blocks, you get to choose from either of these 3 options. You get to make a 3/3 beast creature token, you get to gain 3 life, or draw a card. From what I've played with this card, a lot of the time you end up using it to draw a card, but there are situations, obviously, where either of those are going to be useful for you. A swing, when you know it's going to die, means that you've got a block with the 3/3. If you're against mono red, you can gain that life. Remember as well, we can also use it on the block as well, because it's got that vigilance, so when it blocks, you get to trigger this again. So the fact that it comes down with Summoning Sickness is a bit of a downside, but if your opponent doesn't have like 3 fairy or anything like that, which doesn't show up very often in the streamer events, thank god, then you actually get to keep your Gargaroth around as a deterrent for people attacking, so you get to replace it with a 3/3 if you have to block a questing beast or something like that. You get to gain 3 life if your aggro player is trying to push damage past you, so you get to take one of their cards and also make 3 life as well, undoing another creature's attack. Or you get to draw a card to find your combo pieces, which is what we're going to be doing 9 times out of 10. Other than that though, most of the deck is pretty much the same things that you would normally expect. We do have 2 copies of Soulseer in here. I just want to play around with this card. I wanted some more M21 cards in the list, so Soulseer got the pick from me. 3 mana instant, deals 5 damage to a creature or planeswalker, and that permanent loses indestructible until the end of turn as well. So we can get rid of those gods if they do show up, which is kind of nice. It's probably not going to crop up too much, but I just like the fact that we've got a nice big damage burn spell here at instant speed. I'm sure it can hit a lot of stuff. Any planeswalkers minusing are probably going to die to this as well, so that's what we're going to do. Hopefully you enjoy. If you do, I really appreciate it if you do hit that like button on the video. It helps out the channel a great deal, and now more than ever, it is going to be extremely helpful if you would do that, so really appreciate it. If you do enjoy it, hit that like button, leave a comment, share it with someone else. If you like Mirror March and you know someone else who does, let them know about the list. But other than that, guys, hopefully you enjoy, and I'll see you in the gameplay. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button down below, or check out the Patreon link in the description. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Alright, we're in, and we've got the Terra, we've got a turn 1 Goose, and it's Theric 6. Hello, Theric 6. How's it going? Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, turn 1 Gilded Goose. Pretty sure this is how we led off the last time we played against Theric 6. So I'm sure he's not too happy to see it again. However, we were playing Simic last time, so maybe he'll be pleased by this. Boom. Send a message. You know the drill. And yeah, we're just working our way up to a Mirror March. We might just go for an early Terror, to be honest, because like this entire hand just looks great otherwise. Let's see. Yeah, just tap land, make a food token, say go. Marauding Raptor. Might be playing around with the new Goblin. Brash Taunter, that would be the one. When it enters, it deals 2 damage, and then when we take 2 damage, deals 2 damage to us. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, we're just going to make a food token. And then I think we're dropping down... It's hard to tell, really. Do we go for the... I think we go for the Gargaroth, right? Yeah, let's do the Gargaroth. And because we've got the spare food token, it means we can go with Mirror March next turn. She's nice. And hope for the best. What's the activation on this? Fights another target creature. So we could actually lose 6 life at any given time, but this has a gain life trigger on it as well. It's kind of like a weirdly good but also bad Thragtusk. I don't know where to place this card, to be honest. True Fire Captain. Oof. Yeah, it's pretty mean. Alright, Mirror March. And do we get in for any damage here? I almost don't think we do. I think we just pass and then we're gonna Terror and hope to draw some cards. I say draw some cards. Hope to hit some Terrors. So, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. So we can fire 5 points off left, right, and center based on the amount of Terrors we get. It's like we're taking another 2. Going down to 12. And probably no attacks again. Alright, let's go. Terror. How many hits? 2 hits. 4 triggers. Alright, you are dead. There we go. That's all you're up. Okay. Pretty pleased with that. It's first time for everything, and that's certainly one way to win with Mirror March. I'm happy with that. I think the ramp up to this card is a little weak in this deck, but I think once we're here, we've got lots of options, and that just makes me very happy. What happened there just pleases me to no end. Alright, next game. Okay, we're in with a turn 2 Paradise Druid, which actually opens up the rest of our hand to a certain extent. We're going to keep this one. Our opponent's already beginning the mull phase. So 1 mull down, and we're going to keep it. Okay. So I'm not too pleased with this hand. And we do need more lands, for sure. Red Source is very much ideal to kill the bird, which we're going to do. So shock Gilded Goose. Always bolt the bird. Now, Boreal Grazer. It looks like they might have relied a little bit on that Gilded Goose. Nope, never mind. They just had enough lands. That's fine. We don't mind. We don't mind, because we're just going to Mirror March and win. That's what we're going to do. Why doesn't this cost 5? I feel like this should cost 5. It's not that broken. That's to cost 6. I'm sure there was some balancing issue, but like when Questing Beast has 12 lines of text on it and Mirror March is 6 mana, you know something's up. Vivian's Arcbow is a cool card. Doesn't particularly synergize with Nissa's Triumph, but I guess we know that they're running Nissas in their deck. That's what we've learned. I don't think we're Soul Searing. So let's crack this. Grab a forest, I guess. I don't think it actually particularly matters. And we will play this Bone Crusher Giant and leave open a Stomp. Next turn we get to go Mirror March, which is nice, and then we'll have this in the Exile Zone for us to cast. Cultivate. Alright. I'm assuming we're just mono green. Yeah. So we're not fetching out any particular colour, and another reason to bolt the bird. So bolt the bird we shall. So what they've set up now is a situation where any creature that's not adequate can be discarded to the Vivian's Arcbow. I love this card with a passion. It's wonderful. Really helps bad draws. But our opponent's not exactly drawing out of those bad draws. They are thinning the deck like crazy, so they don't have as many lands now. That is for sure. So if they didn't like this card now, they could go get a 7, or look at the top 7 for a 7-drop, but they've got Questing Beast. So, you know, it's a thing, alright. So we're gonna Soul Sear it. Why would you tap me like that? Boop, boop. Kill Questing Beast. Got him. And then play Bone Crusher Giant, make 9 million copies, and win. One of these days that might actually happen. But today we're going to lose the flip. Oh, goody. I can never be too upset with Mirror March, to be honest. Like, I can get pretty upset with bad variants, but when it comes to Mirror March, you just know what you signed up for. You know that this card is going to lose you flips constantly. Fiend Artisan. Ooh, now this is a card that I want to march off of. A 6/6 that when it attacks, it gains me loads of different things. Can we do it? No. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. We'll pass the turn. Get rid of them tokens. Clean my board. Get rid of them. Blech. It's filthy. Alright, what can we top deck next? There's our Boreal Grazer. Do we have a land in hand? We do not. We can go get a 6-drop or a 5-drop with our Boreal Grazer now. So I guess that's all it's really about, is tutoring up your good cards. Either with Fiend Artisan for creatures on the board, or Arcbow for cards in hand. Opponent's just going to get another Fiend Artisan, which is fine. We're going to go to combat. We're going to swing, swing, and swing. And I'm going to draw a card so that we can increase the odds of Mirror Marching, which the odds don't look great. So we're going to block there, and then we're going to punish it. So now we trade off, and Fiend Artisan stays a 6/6. We'll keep the land in hand as a deterrent for our opponent. They might think I have good cards. Third Fiend Artisan. They might think I've got good cards. They'd be wrong. Alright, well, we get to go in with the Gargoth, draw a card again. Come on. Gilded Goose. Can make a lot of food. On 16, that's not the worst. Just gonna go for the double block. They will not be fooled again. I'll take it. Alright, Gilded Goose, coming down. How many copies can we make? How much food do we have? That one we win a flip on. Okay. Fair. You got me there. Alright. Get rid of the token. Guess I could have used it to make another food token, actually, but I don't know if that matters, really. I guess it might as well be mana efficient and do it. Just watch it come back to bite me. Alright, discard an X7 to look at the top 7 cards. We reveal Cavalier of Thorns. It's a pretty good target. There's a Migratory Greathorn and then a load of garbage. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna eat some food. I'll leave one food out. I don't honestly know what we could get that matters in that sense, but yeah, it certainly doesn't matter. Alright, Paradise Druid. Make me 1 million copies so I can go wide. No. Alrighty then. I have got so much luck in my veins right now. Watch out, worlds. This man's gonna be a millionaire. He's gonna win the lottery. Eugene the Spirit Dragon. Fun's over, chat. We're gonna -6. Oh, we're +ing 2. Fun is not over. The fun has just begun. Little do they know that could lose them the game. Come on, top deck. Mirror March. I want to play it, I really do. You just know what comes of it, though. Let's find out if they are an individual of culture. If they are, they would never get rid of my Mirror Marches. Why Eugene in a deck like this, though? That I don't get. Such a weird one. I mean, just because it's powerful? I don't know. I can't see, like, the ramp being particularly good, but... Alright. Great Horn. Under. And we'll probably block the 8/8. The issue now is that Eugene's going to ult next turn. And there's probably not a great deal we can do about that. I wonder if they go for an X5, yeah, on the Cavalier and just grab another Cavalier. Get to pull back Questing Beast and put it on top. And then search it out. Or shuffle it in. It's up to you, really, I guess. Elder Gargoth. I remember when I had one of those. Alright, let's gain 3 life and then hope to draw... Well, Incubation Druid's a thing. We seem to be very good at drawing our mana dorks once we're well established and losing every flip. I think other than our first game, we've won a single flip. And it has not been a relevant flip. I am mad. I am upset. Just ult me. Ult me, please. I'm done. Fun's over, just ult me. -6 me, I'm out. I don't want to live on this world anymore. Alright, X7. Gets a 2 mana Fiend Artisan. -10s, draws 7, puts 7 permanents into play. Every card except for 1. This is fine. Nothing to worry about here. We're gonna adapt in response to that. Not sure if they knew that was a thing or not. I don't know. I guess I can't block now, I suppose, but yeah. I'm just dead anyway. Come on, dragon. Give me that dragon off the top. That's all I need is that dragon. Alright, do we swing? We do a bit of a swing, yeah. Bit of a swing. Alright, I'm at 25. How much can I ignore? I think I'll block with a Paradise Druid on the Fiend Artisan. And then probably just leave the rest. I want maximum mana. But I don't want to just die. I don't think it really matters. I think I'm dead next turn whether I block or not. Yep, I am dead right now, in fact. And that will be the game. GG. We'll say no attacks and we'll pass. Maybe they'll give us a turn. I don't know. I don't think so. I think we're dead. Land. Maybe Fiend Artisan goes and grabs an Endraze Forerunners because they've got all this mana now. Yeah, even watching Eugene absolutely wreck us here, it still looks like an odd inclusion to me, but I don't know. It does go well with Nissa. Is that combo enough? I suppose it probably is. Another Gargoth. Garagoth. Gargaroth? Gary. It's another Gary. 3 damage me. They've got an ult again next turn, by the way. Another 7 cards they can take off the top and put into play. X10. A Cavalier. I guess that's as high as it goes, really, for them. Yeah, I think we've seen the full extent of their deck at this point. And no blocks. We will concede. Rather than let the damage animation go through. Meh. Alrighty then, we're in, and we have absolutely 0 ramp. And we don't really do anything until turn 5. I mean, half of our deck seems to be ramp, so... we should be able to get to the Elder Gargaroth easy enough, right? You'd think. I might take this. No, we're gonna mull. We're gonna mull. Alright, this looks much better. Looks much better indeed. Alright, Godless Shrine, untapped and passes. Why? Goose. Pass. What does... oh, cycling. Okay. Oh, is this a cycling player we played against? Where they hit us really hard? I think it is, yeah, Mardu cycling. And they just had all the Zenith flares in the world. And we didn't end up doing much. Alright, so we're gonna go with Incubation Druid. And definitely not gonna play the Gilded Goose. Doesn't make too much sense to me to do that. Next turn we got the Bond into the Gilded Goose and a land drop as well, so we're set up for the Mirror March at least. And hopefully we can get there. We'll see. So this is the Dranith Healer. Whenever you cycle you gain 1 life. And that's the one that loses us 1 life, or 1 damage, specifically. Does matter. I can't remember what the new card was that they were playing around with. There's no cycling cards in M21 as far as I remember. Alright, so let's go Bond of Flourishing. Get Bone Crusher Giant. Seems pretty good to me. And I don't know if we want to kill any of these. I think we just want to go for the Gilded Goose, to be honest. And set up the Mirror March. If we absolutely must, we have the Gilded Goose. Alright, so cycles a Stinger. Gains 1, we lose 1. Sure. Total of 2 cyclers in the yard now, so a Zenith Flare is only for an X2. It does technically kill lots of stuff, but... this might be where I fire off my Bone Crusher Giant. So we got 4, 5, 6. We do have enough to play Mirror March next turn, so I think I'm going to go for it. Kill the one that's going to be dealing damage to us. So I don't really care about their life total, because I'm going to make infinite tokens off of Mirror March. If previous games are anything to go by, that's not too much to ask. Valiant Rescuer. Alright, so that makes the 1/1s. They've already cycled for the turn, right? Oh, apparently not. Thought they had. Another Bone Crusher Giant. So, got a tough choice between playing Mirror March and killing Valiant Rescuer. Why? Why'd you make me choose? If we adapted, we'd have a tapped Incubation Druid, or we'd be using the Goose. I came here to march. And march I shall. Pass the turn. We'll block the Valiant Rescuer with the Goose, because it's not going to do anything for now. And then we're just going to hope to make 1,000,000 tokens. Alright, so they cycle, gain 1, make a 1/1. That's pretty much all their incentive to go on for now. We'll block. Zenith Flare is pretty powerful, so you don't really want to go down to a low life total with it. Let's go Bone Crusher Giant. If we roll very nicely, we might play the other one. We did exactly as you might expect, so we'll just kill the Valiant Rescuer with our other Bone Crusher Giant and cry. Okay, pass the turn. Yep, you heard the dog. It cried. You made the dog cry, opponent. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. That is absurdly powerful with Zenith Flare. But Terra is absurdly powerful with Mirror March. He's done it. 20 damage coming at you. Oh, Terra. You will never disappoint me. This is the exact same result as last time as well. Nothing happens unless it's on Terra's. I had a blast. Unless it was on Terra's terms. This card is great for Mirror March. I don't think Mirror March can ever not run this card now. It's too good. It's too good. By the way, as well, if we had the mana and we played Bone Crusher Giant, we'd be triggering it again as well. And it costs 3 life for our opponent to interact with them in the first place. So there's a lot going on with this card that Mirror March just loves. Loves. And I love it. It's so good. Alrighty then, we're in, and this hand looks gorgeous. Even if we don't find the Mirror March, we've got an early Gargaroth, which should hopefully do some fun stuff. So we'll see what our opponent's up to, but I reckon we've got a decent shot here. 6 cards for our opponent into a Temple of Deceit. Alrighty then. You go, opponent. You go. Soul Seer. I don't believe this card to be good, but I just wanted some M21 cards in, and it's actually not the worst. 5 damage, and loses indestructible. You just never know what you might be up against, you know? Alright, so let's go with Paradise Druid, since it's less interactable than Incubation Druid, and that makes me happy. Means we can go Incubation plus Bond of Flourishing this turn. Sweet Oblivion. What on earth is going on, by the way? Just kind of, beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this last turn, return it. Ooh. I remember this card. So it's a self-mill Dredgy style deck. I feel like we've got a decent shot against a deck like that. It's got Bond of Flourishing. I mean, we gotta go for the Gargaroth, right? We're tapping out this turn, so the Gilded Goose doesn't make too much difference. It's a shame we didn't get the Mirror March, but we're going for the alternative just play good cards strategy. I think if this dealt 6 damage, you might actually see it do any kind of play, but doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. Alright, Self-Mills. There's a Corpse Churn in there as well. Oh, they've changed the text of old cards as well. I like that. Alright, so we could Scorching Dragonfire the Ashiok. I'm inclined to let them keep doing what they're doing. It fascinates me. I will ping you a little bit, though. Yeah, I just want to see my opponent's deck pop off. I apologize if you want to see me win, but I'm fascinated. I truly am. Are we just going to Jace ourselves? We haven't seen Jace so far. And it's a bit of a high roll to expect to draw Jace and not mill him over. Alright, Narcomoeba's down. We could block here. I mean, we almost might as well, to be honest, but I think we're going to pass up on that because we've got the Scorching Dragonfire on the Maya Triton here. So we can get rid of the Death Toucher and swing and keep our Gargaroth for a future attack. So I guess we're going after Ashiok. We'll draw a card because I want my land drops. And I sure as hell want my Mirror March. Alright, goodbye, Ashiok. We'll play another Gargaroth. And then we got the Soul Seer for the Maya Triton. How many cards you got left? 29. They're halfway through their deck. I'm not going to make it easy on them, chat. I'm not going to just let them win. But I am going to try my hardest to win while also letting them do whatever they're trying to do. I think it's just the honorable thing. I just don't see the true payoff of what they're doing here, unfortunately. Alright, get rid of the Maya Triton. Death Touching is icky. We'll go with the Bond of Flourishing, looking for Mirror March. Found it. And then we'll go Gargaroth here, Gargaroth here. We're going to draw 2. I have a hard time seeing draw not being the option with this deck. Trampling. Alright, and then we'll go Incubation Druid and Gilded Goose. Music just randomly cut out there, that makes me nervous. We brought the game, chat. So next turn we got the Mirror March, sorry, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a land, and then we can Mirror March the Gargaroths. That'd be nice. I think we're going with an Uro here, so we can get some, at least a trade. Oh, Cling to Dust. This creature gain 3 life, otherwise draw a card. So they're just trying to stop hemorrhaging life. Give me a land. Give me a land. Oh, no, the Clings get back the ghouls. Oh, that's cute. It's not good enough, but it's cute. Draw a card, draw a card. Oh yeah. You love to see it. Alright, 12 coming in. Play this. Play Fable Passage. Sorry if you can hear like a train going by the way, guys. Got my window up and it's like nearly 30 degrees Celsius today. It's a bit much. Alright, I'm going to pass with Bone Crusher Giant open. I'm not sure what we'd want to Bone Crush, but I mean, immediately I'm noticing that there's a Silver's Moat Ghoul here that I might want to kill. For the funnies. Another Narcomoeba, another Euro. Okay. And a Maya Triton. That is what I would like to kill with my Bone Crusher Giant Stomp. Alright. So, Bone Crush the Triton. Opponent passes the turn. We go Mirror March, I think. Yeah, Mirror March. Gargaroth. Let's do this. Double Mirror March triggers. Gargaroth goes. 1 copy. And 1 copy. Alright, I'll take it. I mean, it's enough, so... You know, when it's enough, it's enough. We'll make beasts. Good game. Really cool deck from our opponent. It seems like it needs a little bit more durability. It wasn't for a long time until these ghouls came out. They're very cool for Dredge, but I don't know. I feel like you need some sort of interaction with your opponent, and there just wasn't any. This is very goldfishy, and I don't think it can sustain itself by doing that. I don't know. It's a very sweet deck, though. Very sweet. Alright, let's go for another game. Alrighty then, we're in. We got the combo. It's won as the game every single time, so we're going to keep this one. We're going to go Stomping Ground, I think, tapped right now, instead of thinning the deck, because we do want to make land drops up until the 6 mana Mirror March here, so... Didn't want to draw that, and now I'm regretting not thinning, but you could have never known, so... Let's go Incubation Druid and have it shocked. Yup. And then Bond of Flourishing can hopefully find us another dork to play with. Are we just playing mono red? Oh boy. Well, you know what? 2 can play at that game. Okay. I think we're going to pass. We're not going to crack the Fable Passage here because I'm just going to bond for a land anyway. There's Bone Crusher Giant Hardcast. I guess I might as well thin the deck. I don't know. I kind of want my increased odds of finding the land anyway, so... let's thin the deck now, and then we'll go for a Bond of Flourishing, because now we want to hit a Mana Dork. And Mana Dork we did hit, so we're going to play it. That's 5 mana, a land off the top means Mirror March. A land after that doesn't really matter. because we'll just Terror of the Peaks and win. As we have always done. Right? Cas9, are you playing any new cards? I mean, we could just go for the Terror of the Peaks. If we're not going to hit our land drops, we might as well just play a 5-4. Because it's going to trigger the Terror next turn as well, so... they're going to trigger each other, and that's probably going to win me the game. It costs you 3 life to target this, so probably realistically they're going to lose 6 life trying to deal with this card. I really like that shadow that goes across. It's very subtle. I appreciate it. Risk factor. No. I'll take some damage. Not sure if that's correct. I don't really want them to give them cards at this point in the game, though. We're going to 9. Probably got a block, right? I'll just block here. Force them to actually use some removal on my Terror. Or just not. Not also works. Ah, there it is. Skewer. Take 3. Play another Terror. That's the top deck. Risk factor. We're taking a risk. It's a factor I'm willing to accept. That we're dead in 2 turns to burn spells. Block. Bone Crusher me. Down to 4. Light up the stage. And yeah, that'll just about do it. Take me to 1. Most things will kill me. There's another Terror. Got all 4 in this game. That's crazy. Alright, now we've got to get really lucky. Gilded Goose. So we're going to go Terror of the Peaks. Get a trigger that allows us to kill the Bone Crusher Giant. And swing for 5. We've got a really, really big Bone Crusher Giant next turn. That deals... hang on. Is it 8? When another creature enters the battlefield under your control, deals damage to that creature's power. So yeah, we play Bone Crusher Giant. Both of these trigger, we deal 8, and then we swing for 10. So that's 18 damage. Our opponent's on 12. Oh, I guess we got 20 damage. Our opponent's on 12. Could even Gilded Goose as well, but it doesn't exactly do anything. Yeah, we just won with this card. This card's busted. I cannot wait to play around with dragons. I think, did Jumpstart get dragons as well? I think it did, didn't it? It's going to be fun. I do love me some historic dragons, so it's definitely on the list of to-dos. But anyway, let's keep going. Alright, we're in. We've got Scorching Dragonfire and Incubation Druid, plus the Build-Around card with a payoff. So I think we're going to keep this one. On the draw as well. Pretty happy with just finding a land here. So yeah, there's basically, I don't think, any bad draws except for, I guess, another Mirror March and another Gargaroth. They're kind of, yeah, redundant cards are our only bad draws here. Alright, well, I do kind of want to draw more lands, so I'm not going to thin the deck just yet. Just going to play our land and pass, and then go for an Incubation Druid the turn after, off the mountain. Leafkin Druids. Okay, so our opponent's playing with a Leyline of Abundance deck, and I honestly don't know what to expect from it, but I probably should kill the Leafkin Druid, to be honest, because it's going to produce 2 mana right there and there. So it could be a turn 3 Nisso that we really don't want to deal with. Forest for our opponent into Kiora, yeah. That's mega mana right there. Don't defy me, Kiora. I love you. Okay. It's a weird one to be in this position, because I really want to bond for like a Gilded Goose, because it's essentially our only playable, but our mana base doesn't really line up for it. So I think I might just go for the Incubation Druid. We'll play a mountain. I still kind of want another land anyway, so... Again, don't crack the fabled passage. And this is where they could go for a Nissa. I'm assuming it's just big mana ramp and they're going to do, like, Nissa into Eugene. But I have not seen a Leyline of Abundance version yet. Doesn't... I would say it doesn't particularly synergize very well with Eugene, since you can't really minus 4 or higher without losing some of your big payoff cards. Alright, so yeah, this is just where we thin the deck now. Go for another green source and then just play a Gargaroth. Feel pretty happy about our ramp situation. Next turn we got Mirror March, and the turn after that, Gargaroth's ready to go. I think I can't remember if we mulled. We might have put a Mirror March to the bottom if we did. I'm getting my games mixed up a little bit, admittedly. Alright, gets in with the Hydroid Krasis. This has reach. Even I didn't know that. Alright, draw cards. I'm not sure our opponent did either. Oh. Oh. That is a shame scoop. So there is a sort of rule with the early access event where you're not supposed to scoop early, because I now officially don't get to play with my combo and have fun, which is why you're not supposed to do it. But I think my opponent deserves to do that after that play. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Alrighty then, we're in, and I think this hand is pretty keepable, to be honest. We've got lots of interaction with our opponent in the early game. We've got some ramp and Bond of Flourishing to hopefully find our Mirror March, so yeah, this hand's pretty decent. Not much to complain about here. It'd be nice to just know that we have our Mirror March waiting for us, I suppose. It's always nice to see one in hand, but because we got 4 and it's a 6-drop, to be honest, you don't want to see more than one a lot of the time. Usually the only real reason... Oh no, opponent, don't do this to me. Don't make me kill the dog. Why? Why you make me kill the pupper? She raised him from an orphaned pup and gave him a life of love. With his last act, he thanked her. Oh dear. You're gonna make me do it. You're gonna make me do it. Well, actually, if you think about it, we're not going to kill the dog. We're going to put him into exile. Exile's kind of like where Bolus is now, you know? He's been desparked and he's still alive, but in another place. So when I exile the Savior, he's not going to be dead and it's not going to be on me. That being said, our opponent can sack in response so that he dies, but that wouldn't be my problem anymore. That would be my opponent's problem. Discard a card, gains indestructible. Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's a 3-1 for 2. I've probably got to, like, Scorching Dragonfire it. It has to be tapped as well. Yeah, let's just pass the turn with Scorching Dragonfire open. I'd love to ramp here, but I don't think I can. Glorious Anthem. Alright, so try to Scorch it in response. So I'm going to discard and tap it. So we still get our removal. We killed a giant killer instead, essentially. And... okay. And this is the awkward spot where I have to basically be mana efficient and do everything all over again. I suppose I could go with the Paradise Druid here. It's also a blocker for the Seasoned Hallow Blade. I'm certainly not blocking the Savior. You cannot make me. I will not do it. Will not do it. Playing with my emotions, opponent. That's a 5-5. Ooh. Ooh, brutal. Alright, mate, you discard that last card. I don't know if we can keep up with our opponent, but I'm willing to try. It's the 5-5 that's truly the issue here. So I guess I'm gonna kill it now, and then... You monster. You monster! I don't know if I can show this recording now. I don't know if I can do that to the people of the internet. Gets rid of Raise the Alarm. Thank God you didn't get rid of the dog, because I would have flipped. I'd have been done, opponent. Done. Alright, Incubation Druids. Bond gets not a land. Is literally the only thing I wanted from this hand. And it's all I will not get. Guess I'll just grab another Paradise Druid. Yeah, I think we're just going to get aggroed out here. Unfortunately, just a bit too slow. And yeah, we wanted our 5 damage spell that says you can't have Indestructible. That would have been nice. Oh, actually, I think it's something you could play around. Yeah, there's no point blocking. Can I hope to draw a Gargaroth off the top? Scorching Dragonfire, okay. So we'll go Bond of Flourishing for Fabled Passage. Gain 3, play Fabled Passage. Gonna play the Paradise Druid. Grab a Forest. Paradise Druid, and then we're gonna hold up and Scorching Dragonfire for the Hallowed Blade, so they have to tap it again on combat. Yeah, pass it up. I need something that's a 6/6. That's all I really need. It's a tough choice whether or not you, oh well. I was going to say whether or not you kill them on upkeep, so that they get rid of the card that's currently in hand, or you let them have the choice of the two. But they played a land there, so they basically lost their choice. They have to either lose the Hallowed Blade now, or lose another Giant Killer. Sure. Go to 2. I don't know what we could draw. It's basically just Gargaroth or bust. And bust it is. Alright, we are dead. We show them the Mirror March and how much fun they could have had, and we move on. Alrighty then, we're in. This hand looks keepable, so we're going to keep it. Got turn 1 Gilded Goose on the draw into a turn 2 Bond of Flourishing, perhaps. Undecided. Maybe we'll go with the Gilded Goose. An early Gargaroth can be pretty decent as well, so it's certainly something we're going to consider. Our opponent molds to 6 and starts with a Stomping Ground. Alright. So, Bold the Bird may be in effect, we'll have to see. Spare Goose looking pretty good. And do we get stomped? Thrill of Possibility, get rid of Cathartic Reunion. Interesting. What are we going with here? I think we just want to go Gilded Goose. We want to set up an early Gargaroth if we can. So next turn we're capable of doing that. Swing in with one of our geese so that we can provide both a intimidation threat. The honk of the Gilded Goose is strong here, but also make it less of a target. So I'm going to go with the Gargaroth. I'm going to sack our food tokens, which does set us back a little bit mana-wise for the Mirror March, but I think having a Gargaroth around just doing its thing is going to be pretty good. So they played a Spore Web Weaver, 3 mana 1/4, hexproof from blue. And if it's dealt damage, you gain 1 life and make a Saproling creature token. It's kind of cool. Alright, I mean, now we get to start rebuilding somewhat as well, so we get to go Paradise Druid. We haven't played our land for the turn, but we can go swing first to try and find one. Go for draw a card. There we go. So now we can spend our turn not going for the Bond of Flourishing, but instead making a food token with the Gilded Goose. Oh, we've made our land drop. Never mind. We've got a land drop for next turn. We'll make a Gilded Goose token on end step. Getting carried away there. Alright. Thrill of Possibility. Get rid of Heroic Intervention. And a Boreal Grazer. I honestly have no idea what they're doing, but I'm eager to find out. Castle Garenbrig. Sure. Probably should have one in my deck as well. I usually forget about the castles when I build decks. So if there's ever one missing from my deck and it looks immediately obvious that I should have one, that's why. I should probably have both the castles in here. Alright, we're gonna go Mirror March. And swing with the Gargaroth. Again, drawing a card so we can find some targets for our Mirror March. Yep, there's a Mirror March. That's a good target for Mirror March. Does have Trample, so we're going to take 3 here. And yeah, I'm just going to keep playing Mirror Marches until I find a good target. I'm not even going to bond for one. I'm just going to let top decks decide. That might be a bad idea, because they are certainly doing some... like, they're ramping into something, slowly but steadily. Honestly, the hand like this, I have no idea. Overall, not a clue, but I'm going to give them a chance. I'm going to let them show me what they're doing. So we'll go Mirror March. Probably will kill the Gildagoose, set them back that turn. Sets up Bone Crusher Giant coming down off the other marches later as well. Ah, heroic intervention. Alright, fizzles my Bone Crusher Giant. Sure. And then we might as well get in with the Gargaroth. They can block... we'll draw a card. They can block with the Spore Web Weaver. And that'll give them a 1/1 Saproling for free. So they might as well. Yep. And Trample does not go through because they got exactly enough toughness. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Is it triple Mirror March good, though? I'm just so afraid of Eugene. Eugene the Spirit Dragon comes down, -6s. My entire game plan is dead. But we didn't come here to fear Eugene. We came here to make our opponent fear our Gargaroth. And fear it shall eventually do. Mirror March number 3. Bond of Flourishing. Have no idea what it's going to get. A payoff card of some sort. Looking for that dragon, I guess. Bit of Dagron storming. Nope, we got more lands. I'll just take the forest. Go to combat. Swing for 6. Draw a card. Get more lands. Sure. There's no way we don't hit something with Bond of Flourishing next turn, though. I struggle to believe that to be the case. Just don't kill me now. Alright. Land. Bond of Flourishing. Payoff card. Come on. It's a Paradise Druid, I guess. As payoff cards go, it's pretty miserable, but... First one's bugged. Unless you mention that it's bugged prior to the flipping of the coins. Second one's bugged. Yeah, it's mostly bugged. It crashed a little. And third one's fine. Look, you see what happens? See what happens when you plan things? Don't do it, chat. It's not worth it. Alright, everyone but the geese getting in. Draw a card. See what we can find. Perhaps we get to live some other time. We get Bone Crusher Giant. I think we've attacked him with too much to beat our opponent here. I don't really want to hold back and keep going. You never really know when your opponent's actually, like, in the game. For the fun of what's going on, you know? So I don't want to put my opponent through it if they're not technically into the idea of Mirror March. But most of the time it's easy to believe that your opponents are perfectly happy with what's going on. Shock my druid. I want you to. I want to not just win here. But I don't think it's going to be the case. Yep. Sadly. Oh, they're at 1. Good. I can kill them. I'm not going to. They don't know it's in my hand, chat. That's the difference. I'm no longer slow rolling because they have no idea that it's in my hand. These could be 3 lands. It's definitely not lethal, right? So what we're going to have to keep telling ourselves. Ah, dang it. I was hoping for an extra turn, but opponent disagreed. Alright, well, that happened, I suppose. Triple Mirror March into pretty good Paradise Druid payoff. It's not what we hoped for, but we've already got what we hoped for, I think, in our gameplay today, so... yeah, it's pretty good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you very much again, Wizards, for supporting the channel and allowing me to take part in the early access streamer event, although I'm not streaming it, of course. But yeah, greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys, as well. As I mentioned, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you would do with your Mirror March now that M21's out. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.